Hey YouTube, this is Brittany aka Brit Inspires, and welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome. Please, if you enjoy the content, please feel free to subscribe and also like and comment below. I love comments and I love when I get feedback from you guys on what you're going through and what you're experiencing. I am all about inspiration. I'm all about creating content that's going to be inspiring and help you along your journey. I share a lot about my own journey and what I'm going through, what I'm learning, and I try to be as open and transparent about my experience so that maybe something I've gone through can help you. I am a solo entrepreneur. I do have a coffee product, Inspiration Cups, and I'm working on a few other projects. I do also help with life coaching, so if you guys are interested in that, feel free to hit the link in the description and check me out. Alright, so let's jump into the video for today. We're going to talk about seeking validation. Seeking validation and what really motivates us to do the things that we're doing. And this is a topic that has been pressed upon me for the past week. I feel like God is nudging me, and really shaking me up in this topic. I feel like I've been gnawing on it for about a week now. And it first came to me when I was reading my devotional. I have this devotional by Oswald Chamber, and he is this ancient preacher that I think the book was written in 18 something, but my mentor gave it to me, and it's honestly one of the best devotionals I've ever had. It's pretty amazing and pretty insightful. Oswald Chambers, really good. Yeah, it was created in, I believe, 1936. Actually, it's not that ancient. It's not that old. But it's so timely, and every time I read it, it really hits on point. So I like to do that in the morning, just because it helps me to get grounded, and it really gives me some good tips. But one of the verses last week that came to me, or that stuck out to me, and I'm not trying to get too biblical, but I'm telling you guys, the Bible has so many jewels that, honestly, it's amazing. It's crazy. I just opened the book and it turned to the page that I read last week. But basically, the verse was Psalms 37:5, and it said, "Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass." That was on July 5th. And so I'm going to jump into this video. Not to be all over the place, but I need to pour myself some coffee because, I need coffee to get myself mentally going. It helps stimulate my brain. No, but what I'm wanting to say and what I'm wanting to communicate in this video is the idea of seeking validation. And we live in a culture where validation is everything. Attention is everything. One thing I'm learning about attention is that it's truly currency. What you give your attention to, you give power to it. We are so powerful that, as we focus on things, it grows. What you focus on, what you put your attention to gives it power. So I'm thinking about this idea of validation and wanting to be, approved and accepted in society and in groups and in your family. And I have, experienced my fair share of not being fully accepted because of the fact that I have a very unique perspective on life, and I have a very unique perspective on a lot of different things. So I know that you've probably experienced it as well, but I wanted to come in with some encouragement because you're actually not meant to just fit in. You're meant to be a game changer. And if you're watching this video right now, you most likely are a game changer. You're probably somebody who is a truth seeker. You're somebody who likes to learn, who likes to try things out for yourself, experience life for yourself so that you have your own set of opinions and ideas and thoughts, because, that's usually people who seek out content such as this are those type of people. So I want to encourage you guys that when we fall into these places, or when you fall into a place where you feel as though you're seeking the validation of others, that is a form of idolatry, actually, because you're putting this label or this power in someone else's hand. And I think what I feel my spirit God has been telling me is that, yo, where are you putting your attention? And if you're putting your attention onto everyone else, you're going to be led in directions that I never called you to go. I never told you to go over there. I never told you to do that. I told you to do this. So that is what that God has been really communicating to me lately. And so I need to charge my phone. I don't want it to cut off while I'm recording. But yeah, so literally I'm sitting with myself and I'm thinking about all this stuff, and I'm like, well, I had to really take a look at myself. Sometimes we have to sit back and evaluate ourselves. Well, why am I doing everything that I'm doing? Why am I living the way that I'm living? Why am I making the certain decisions for my life that I'm making? And you have to sit with yourself and realize, like, sometimes a lot of our decisions are based off of what other people are going to think of us or how we're going to be perceived in the public eye. So I want to challenge you, and I want to encourage you to sit with yourself. Take some time to really sit in silence with God and listen to his voice and listen to your own intuition as to what your heart desires, what your mind is wanting to create. What are you wanting to create in your life? And really get clear on that and have the gusto to do it, to go after it, to create it. And do it because, and this goes back to retracking, seeking approvals. Don't seek approval of man. Seek approval of God. Because when you seek the approval of man, you're going to get let down. Because we're fickle. People are fickle. Everyone's fickle. One day they love you. The next they hate you. One day they think you're great. The next they think you're, not so great. And that's just how it is. And if you put your attention and your endeavors and your focus and everything that you're building, when you put that on the basis of someone approving and accepting you and giving the validation that you seek, then you are building a house on sand. You are building a house on faulty foundation, because that foundation will be gone in a second. So when you look at why you do what you do, when you look at why you're moving the way that you're moving, you're creating the businesses that you're creating, do it because you want to please God, because you want to fulfill the mission to which you've come to this earth to do. And we've all come to this earth for a mission. We've all come here with a specific talent, gift, idea that's birthed inside of our spirit. And we have to come back to ourselves and pull it out and then bring it to life. So you're in the process of bringing things to life, and you're bringing it to life for that deeper why. And that resides within yourself. And that is something that you can definitely continue to build and pursue. So now when it comes down to like seeking the validation of people, and when you start to step out on your own into your own path, and I think about Abraham and how he had to step out and keep stepping out and keep stepping out. And it's like stepping out on faith, really. You're stepping out on faith. And you're doing things that is unconventional or looked at as taboo or looked at as something that is not the norm, But that's when you have to decide, are you going to be amongst the sheep or are you going to go against the grain? And that's a decision that you have to make for your own life. But as you separate yourself from the flock and you start to think intuitively, you start to listen to the helper, the spirit, you start to listen to truth, and you start to hear like, hey, you know what, that doesn't sound right. That sounds a little off. And you start to really adhere to the voice of God, then you're able to have that discernment. Instead of blindly going into the slaughter, you're able to have that discernment and say, you know what, this doesn't seem right. This seems off. And you never, you don't grieve your spirit. Your spirit it's like a snitch for you. Like, it gives you the indicators and the indication of what's going on in the things that you can't see with your human eye, with your fleshly eye. and your ego self who wants to see things in the illusion of how it is instead of how it really truly is. And when you start to see things as it really truly is, you break away from the illusion that is being projected to you. And that illusion could be anything. So listen to your spirit, never grieve your spirit. Trust that God has your highest good in mind. And even when the whole community, or like you're left alone, or you're left being misunderstood or judged or talked about behind your back, just know that the higher self, that God is with you. He is on your side. He is fighting your battles. You have angels and guardians fighting your battles for you daily and watching out for you daily. And as you are walking, they're like, oh, no, go this way. No, go that way. Don't go over there. And listen to that intuition. And don't fight for something that is not for you. You know, let that go. Let it go. Let it go. And I just wanted to get on and share with you guys and encourage you guys. You know, I got my hair done. Yeah, you know. But yeah, so I just want to encourage you guys and just let you know, like, sometimes you do have to walk your path in your journey alone. That's okay. Walk your journey. Stay true to your mission. Stay true to your calling. Stay true to you and what you wish to accomplish and do. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to step into that. Don't be afraid to step into the unknown. I mean, take a risk, you know, in life. And I'm realizing, like, hey, you know, life is short. We're here for a glimmer, a moment. There's no point in living timidly. There's no point in living afraid. It's like, go hard, you know, create the life that you want to live, create the reality that you want to create, and create it with vigor, with much vigor. So yeah, I hope you guys are encouraged by this word. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Your energy is greatly appreciated. I just wanted to share. Yeah, I just wanted to share what I've been going through. I've been really learning how to listen to God and sit with myself and not need to fill in the space with a bunch of things to distract me, you know. So yeah, I encourage you guys to stay focused on your journey and stay encouraged and speak your truth. Speak your truth, even if you're trembling inside. Speak your truth.